blessing to my heart. It's even gluten-free beer, so it's really welcoming. There are churches all over the world. Some of you have been to them. There are churches that frown on people for all sorts of things. Everything. You bring coffee into a pristine sanctuary, heaven forbid. There's going to be some church lady who looks at you like Margaret Thatcher looks at a communist. I mean, you cannot bring coffee. You might spill it. Maybe you come in here and you talk to the ushers and you say, well, you know, it's the first time church in a while. I don't believe in Jesus, but I'm really spiritual. And instead of offering you a safe place to grow toward this God that we're all looking for, you get that look. Like what you just said is the theology of sour milk. You drink too much on Saturday night? Okay, that's sin I can forgive. You smell like booze on Sunday morning? Get out. There are churches all over. And actually, you know, churches, we're not going to point fingers because churches are made of people, and people are often made of judgment. And so every place, at some time or another, even here, for some reason or another, is going to turn someone away because they feel unwelcomed. Every church, from the very first churches that existed, that Jesus inspired and Paul formed, every church, Paul wrote to these people who were just struggling to be community together. All through history, up to this very one, every church will make some mistakes of pushing people away, making people uncomfortable, when God just keeps calling us to make an easy place to be together and build peace. I hate when that happens here, even though I know I've been guilty of it as much as anyone, more than anyone. I hate when it happens when someone finally musters up the courage. They lived their whole life, parents making them go to church. They hated it. They've watched the news forever, watching bad churches. They don't ever want to go. They're carrying all this religious baggage. They've got social anxiety. If they're up here, they probably don't like people anyway. And finally, they get the courage to come into this place, unsure of what we're going to say or what we're going to do to them. And so often, we get one chance to make a first impression. One chance as the provisional representation of the kingdom of God on earth. One chance to offer grace and to build community. Actually, we do it well sometimes. A lot of times. Sometimes people come to Socks and Sandwiches and feel like, wow, this is the first time I felt at home. Sometimes people come in here on a Sunday morning, they wander in here, and they feel like home. Until someone says something, or doesn't say hello, or Hansen offends them, or someone shuns them, or they come here to get away from all the petty arguments in the world that happen in every corner of their life. I mean, I thought church was going to talk about real issues beneath the social issues that are always there. And if I wanted Facebook drama, I'd be on Facebook. But I'm here because something deeper is calling me. But is it calling me here? Is it calling us here? Hospitality, the big word, is one of the central values of the Bible. The story of hospitality comes up over and over and over. The sin of being inhospitable is one of the deepest sins in the whole Bible. And it is sometimes really hard to create. It's sometimes even harder to hold on to after a relationship is formed. We know that in our personal lives, that relationships continue to develop and we need to work on those. Let's not forget it here. We are doing well as the hands of God in this corner of the world when we welcome the misfit toys that wander into our church. And there's a lot of misfit toys that wander into our church. But maybe we are at our best when we continue to make space to welcome those neighbors. Because when we don't, when we spill something in the sanctuary, you might laugh at that person. But when you spill a beer at the bar, the waitress just comes and cleans it up. No worry, maybe even give you another one. I pray that this is a place where you can spill your coffee and spill your guts. Stand up at the wrong time. Maybe you're already self-conscious about you having a bad voice, not knowing a song, trying to learn a song. If someone makes you feel more humiliated, that's the last time you come here. You go to a bar, American Pie comes on, someone's playing on a Saturday night, song like that comes on, everyone starts singing, there's no rules, there's no evaluations, everyone might just start singing together in 3 different keys and 3 different tunes, and you love it. I pray that this is a place where you can sing loud and badly or not sing, and just be filled by the spirit of your neighbors singing. And maybe the metaphor is a bit strained, a bar and a church. Bars have their own weaknesses. My father, for quite a while, was a bouncer. And so when I was a little kid in Fort Smith, Arkansas, he would bring me to Old Town Grain and Feed. That was the name of the bar. It's a really good name, Old Town Grain and Feed. And his favorite band, so therefore my favorite band, was Trout Fishing in America, which is yet another weird name. But when Trout Fishing would play at Old Town, he would bring me in there and it would be packed. So he'd pick up little 6-year-old Hansen and put me on the cigarette machine. Sierra doesn't know what a cigarette machine is any better than she knows what a recorder is. And I would sit there and dance to Trout Fishing in America. And it would be that little taste of something's right. And then 20 minutes later, someone pours a beer on someone's head. Drunk girl falls on the ground, and the whole fight breaks out. My dad has to get in there and break it up. And he never wanted to fight his whole life, so that never went well. And I know now, when we went home, that there were plenty of people there, who, after an evening like that, they'd wake up with a hangover, and they'd say, oh, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to go back there again. Have you been to that bar? Have you been to that kind of place? Maybe not a bar, but somewhere in your life, you're like, oh, I'm just not going to do that again because I thought it was great and then it fell apart. So I'm not saying that we want to be more like that specifically, but I am saying, where do you want to build trust and build fellowship? Where will you be able to build a community? With people who judge you or somewhere you feel welcome? This place has to be as welcoming as a bar. People are drawn to places that feel genuine and feel warm. For the last 50 years in America, people have been drawn less and less and less to churches. And so they go to bars, they go to sports, they go to social media, they go to all kinds of places looking for connection, begging for connection, and it keeps flaming out, and it keeps blowing up. And so they try something different, And we are at a place in the world where people are starting to say, oh, maybe I'll go back and try that again. Maybe there was something to that. Maybe there was something, through all the other baggage I had, maybe there was something to the God that they worship that fills my heart with some kind of something. They come back to church. I pray that we can put aside the arguments that are not about anything important. And there are arguments that are important. But I pray that we can put away the ones that aren't important and welcome our neighbor. Because Paul says the kingdom of God, the expression on earth of everything that is the way it should be. The kingdom of God is not a matter of eating and drinking. It's not a matter of the little things. But it is a matter of justice and peace and joy in the Spirit. What really matters is building a beloved community of justice, peace, and joy in the Spirit. Amen?
Amen.